What if the Earth stopped spinning for 5 seconds? You felt it your whole life without ever noticing it. Every breath, every heartbeat, every second you exist happens on a world spinning faster than a rifle bullet.
Right now, you're hurtling through space, eastward, at over 1,600 kilometers per hour. But you feel nothing. No motion, no wind, no sense of speed, because the Earth has been spinning like this for 4.5 billion years, and everything, the air, the oceans, the continents, moves along with it.
But what if, for just 5 seconds, it all stopped? Imagine, you look up at the sky, the stars are motionless, the wind dies. Then, in the next heartbeat, the entire planet lurches to a halt. 5 seconds. Then the world starts spinning again. What would happen in between would change everything you know about life on Earth. Earth's rotation isn't just a background feature. It's the heartbeat of our world. It creates the cycle of day and night. It shapes our weather, our tides, even the way we measure time itself. At the equator, every point on Earth's surface moves eastward at 1,670 kilometers per hour. Near the poles, that motion slows almost to zero. But the air, the oceans, and everything not nailed deep into the crust all share this momentum. It's what keeps everything in harmony. So if the ground beneath us stopped spinning, even for an instant, everything not bolted to the planet would continue moving at that same blistering speed. And that would be catastrophic. In the first second after the stop, the solid crust halts. But the atmosphere, the water, the people do not. If you were standing on the equator, you would suddenly find yourself moving eastward at 1,670 kilometers per hour relative to the ground. That's faster than the speed of sound. In that instant, the air itself becomes a weapon. A global hurricane forms not over hours, but in less than a heartbeat. Entire forests flatten as trees snap like matchsticks. Cities are sandblasted to dust. Cars, buildings, ships, and mountainsides tear loose from their foundations and tumble eastward like debris in a titanic storm. Anyone standing outside would be thrown hundreds of meters before the second hand finishes its tick. And yet, this is only the beginning. Water doesn't obey brakes either. When the planet's rotation stops, the oceans continue sliding forward, dragging trillions of tons of mass with them. Imagine every wave, every current, every molecule of water still moving eastward at 1,000 miles per hour, while the continents beneath them halt. The result is beyond comprehension. Gigantic walls of water rise from the equatorial seas, some reaching heights of 10 to 20 kilometers. Entire coastlines vanish. The Atlantic surges across Europe and Africa. The Pacific devours Asia. For those few seconds, gravity fights an impossible battle against inertia. The oceans do not flow, they fly. And when Earth begins to spin again, those waves crash back with unimaginable fury. The world drowns twice in 5 seconds. While the oceans tear the land apart, the atmosphere itself transforms into a global inferno. Air molecules rushing across the halted surface compress and heat. Friction ignites dust, debris, and forests. Oxygen feeds a chain reaction of combustion that sweeps the continents like a planetary wildfire. Every spark becomes a storm of flame. To anyone who could somehow witness it, the sky would glow orange and white, as if the entire planet had become a meteor entering its own atmosphere. The oceans boil near the equator. Shockwaves ripple through the crust. Lightning crackles in endless arcs across continents that no longer have names. In those 5 seconds, Earth becomes an infernal world. As the outer crust halts abruptly, deeper layers of the planet continue to rotate for a moment. The result, unimaginable strain. Tectonic plates fracture like glass. Volcanoes awaken all at once. Fault lines rip open cities, mountains split in two, magma surges upward. The solid Earth screams as it tries to stop billions of tons of molten rock beneath its surface. The energy released would dwarf every earthquake, every eruption, every weapon humanity has ever known combined. Then, as suddenly as it began, the rotation resumes. The surface starts moving again beneath a chaos of atmosphere and ocean still out of sync. Winds reverse. The displaced air collides with returning currents, forming turbulence that could tear aircraft apart at the molecular level. The oceans, flung outward moments before, slam back in from every direction. Mountains collapse under the returning mass of water. Even in places untouched by coastlines, the sky rains debris, metal, soil, and ash that had been thrown kilometers high. By the time the motion stabilizes, nothing recognizable remains. Civilization is gone. The continents are scarred beyond repair. The human species? Perhaps a few underground shelters survive, but what they would find when they emerged would not be Earth as they knew it. In the hours that followed, the planet would still spin, but more slowly and unevenly. The magnetic field, disrupted by the violent shift in the molten core, weakens dramatically. Without it, the solar wind begins stripping away the atmosphere. The planet that remains is alien, a shattered marble adrift in the void, its blue oceans replaced by vapor and ash. Earth would recover, perhaps, but not in our lifetime or even in 1,000,000 years. Fortunately, this is only imagination. In reality, nothing in our solar system could stop Earth's rotation without annihilating it completely. To halt the planet spin, you'd have to remove its angular momentum, the energy of its rotation, equal to about 2.1 times 10 to the power of 29 joules. That's more energy than our sun emits in a week. If some cosmic force or object could exert that much influence, the collision or gravitational effect would vaporize the planet long before it ever stopped. Still, thought experiments like this aren't meaningless. They help scientists understand the delicate balances that make our world stable. Why the spin, the tilt, and the motion of Earth are what make it habitable. Without rotation, there would be no days and nights as we know them, no stable weather, no protective magnetic field. The very idea of life depends on movement. So, what does this tell us? That our planet's constant motion, silent, invisible, effortless, is what allows everything to exist. The sunrise that paints the sky, the waves that lap the shore, the winds that carry seeds across the continents, all are gifts of rotation. You never feel the speed, but you live because of it. For 5 seconds, we imagined what it would mean to lose that motion, and in doing so, we saw how fragile our existence really is. The universe doesn't promise us stability. It only gives us motion, a dance of energy and gravity that we call home. And as long as the Earth keeps turning, life continues. Next time you step outside, look up. The stars seem still, but you're spinning beneath them 40,000 kilometers every day without feeling a thing. That invisible motion is the quiet miracle of your existence. For billions of years, our planet has never stopped, not once, not even for a heartbeat. Because if it ever did, even for 5 seconds, it would be long enough to erase everything. So let's be grateful for the stillness we never feel and the motion that never ends. Because our spinning world is not just our home, it's the only reason we're here at all. If this journey through the impossible made you wonder, imagine what other mysteries lie hidden in the everyday motions of our universe. Click subscribe to keep exploring the impossible with us, and tell us in the comments, what should we imagine next? Because sometimes, the best way to understand our world is to imagine what would happen if it stopped.